Hello everyone, Jamarcus here, doing a live comm, why not? We're facing MSR. I've played him twice before, I've beat him twice before. This time around I don't think I'm going to have as good of a chance. The worst possible matchup in the whole division for heavyweight that is. This is Ubers. I'm facing double Dragon Ubers and an Ogre upon Wellspring. Ogre upon Wellspring is so quick to just beat my entire team. Most of my team dies to grass move, and after one Trailblaze, which I can easily fit on its set, it outspeeds my whole team. I have Scarf Bundle to help against that, but Scarf Bundle's not fantastic here because I'm just forced to click Freeze Dry every time, and Spadef Magnezone also destroys my team. So it's really tough. That's what I'm expecting to see is top 3 with Magnezone. One of the Terra Captains, I think Colossals with Terra Water is very reasonable to show up as well. And then either Weezing or Scizor. I don't think Stantler is showing up, even though it is a grass type. I don't think it's good into my team. It just doesn't do enough damage. Um, let's look at the team I'm bringing. First up, Terra Steel Pex. This helps against Eternatus and Ogerpon. Really hoping they don't bring Magnet Pull on Magnezone. I thought about bringing Terra Grass, which is even better for Ogerpon, but it's pretty bad for Eternatus, and I wanted something to help against both. But yeah, Magnet Pull Magnezone would be a death sentence for that thing. And bringing T-Spikes, they have 2 poison types. One of them, at least Eternatus, is definitely showing up. But T-Spikes are so good into Garatina and Ogerpon, so I didn't really think I needed a last move. So I'm bringing T-Spikes just in case I think I can get one of those 2 poisoned. Body Slam's there to help me pressure Eternatus. I can paralyze it, haze its boosts, should be dealing with it pretty well. Can also haze Swords Dances and Trailblazes from Ogerpon. And if they only bring Grass move, then they can't really hit Terra Steel Pex very well. Maybe they bring Ivy Cudgel into my team. It would really only be helpful for Terra Steel Pex or Superpower or Low Kick. Probably not Low Kick, but something to hit Pex is the idea. But maybe they bring like Taunt SD, which would be terrible for my Pex. But I do still have Sucker Punch. I do still have Bundle to help. I also have something else to help against Ogerpon, as you'll see. Next up, Quaquaval. This was a Palafin for a long time. I'm not actually bringing Palafin. It's the first time it's staying at home. I had banded Palafin with Outrage, which is fantastic into this top 3. It kills Ogerpon in one shot. I'm hoping, at least I was hoping, that Ogerpon would switch in on my Palafin and drop to Outrage. But Weezing and the double steal and potential Terra Fairy on this thing, Hoopa Unbound. Just make it, okay, sure, I got a kill, now I'm in a really bad spot. I'm locked into Outrage and my Palafin's dead. Is that a good trade? Maybe. But I didn't find it working out too much in the limited mucks that I did. So I switched to a Quaquaval just to try and win the game late. They do have double Wisp, so I'm Lumberry, just Swords Dance 3 attacks. If I hit my triple axles and I position this thing well, I think it can win in the late game. Just gotta be careful of them going hard Wellspring to block my Aqua Step, but as long as I get one Aqua Step, I'm in a really good spot. Next up, Scarf Bundle, really boring set. I have U-turn to click on Wellspring just because being forced to click Freeze Dry when like Spadef or AV Magnezone can come in is really unfortunate. So if I can at least U-turn on that, it puts me in a better spot. Next up, Specs Kyogre. I'm probably never clicking a Water move on this thing. It's really here to lead against Terra Water Colossal, because Terra Water Colossal and getting up rocks is terrible for my team. So I can lead Kyogre into that. They really don't want to stay in and not Terra on my Water move. So they're either going to switch into one of their resists, which I can handle, or they're going to Terra Water, which Thunder would kill. So if I see Colossal, I'm leading Kyogre. Next up, Sash Samurott. This is my lead if I don't see Colossal. Just get up some spikes. I have Hydro Pump, which does a lot more damage to Weezing and Magnezone. And then just double Dark Move, and I have Encore for I faced an Iron Defense Body Press Magnezone, which Encore can help for. I didn't really think I needed another move. I had Swords Dance at one point, but I didn't find that to be too useful. And then last up, Swampert. I'm bringing double Sash, Sash counter, hoping to just beat Ogerpon. That's best case scenario. I can also get up rocks, I can roar things out as they're setting up on me. This thing can take like one hit from Eternatus, And Earthquake's pretty solid into the team as well. Their Earthquake resists are not great. So this thing kind of baits an Ogerpon. Like if I get um, my Swampert in front of this, which I have a little bit of speed to try and outspeed a Magnezone, I can force an Earthquake, which I either kill them and then they revenge kill me with Ogerpon, or they just go hard Ogerpon and hopefully I'm at full health and I can counter their Trailblaze. Now, I do actually live Trailblaze. So if I take like a rock, it's not the end of the world. I would die to Horn Leech or Power Whip or whatever. But if they get greedy and click Trailblaze that turn, I can counter and kill them. That's the idea behind Swampert. If they Swords Dance, rough for me, but as long as I have my Sash Up, I could roar them out at that point. Or I would just spam counter, I don't know. And if they have Encore, I just lose the game. Maybe. Time for the game. I'll see you there. Alright, we're here with the game. There's no Colossal, so Terra Hoopa is what we're dealing with. Sad to not see Skirsk. I was genuinely considering webs at one point, but I didn't end up going that route. Okay. Quacklevol's Wincon. Scarf Ice Beam looks so much better without a Magnezone here. But Scizor is here, so they do have an Ice Resist. He has no idea how much I wanted to avoid this matchup. This is like awful for me. Oh man, how do you even approach this? I mean, do they lead Wellspring? And just get greedy? Wellspring's their only hazard, so probably not facing hazards, which is so good. I don't have a spin on Quackleval, and I have no boots anywhere, and I have double sash. So actually keeping my sashes in the back, I'm kind of in favor of. Fortunately, like my bundle needs chip on everything to kill it. Like, so I don't really feel great about leading bundle here. It reveals Scarf, but I think that's fine. Scarf is so obvious here. But yeah, if they're just like Eternatus, Icing is not killing, even if they're no bulk. If they're AV, they might live too. So I think I'm just gonna lead Kyogre. Oh, but man, that Wellspring lead would be terrible. I also just don't love leading Swampert. Swampert actually leads okay into a lot. I'd be using up some of my resources for Ogerpon, but Iron Bundle's better than it was in Mox because I was facing a lot of Magnezone. I want to keep Samurott healthy because it's probably just going to trade into this Hoopa here. Hoopa does not have a water resist Terra. It's Fairy Dark Ground. I'm expecting Fairy, but they might also just have Thunderbolt as their move for Samurott. That's also very reasonable. I think I'm going to lead Swampert. Yeah. Okay, Scizor lead. That's fine. It probably has Trailblaze, and I'm thinking about just clicking counter. Thanks for waiting until after my lead. I told you what I was thinking about. Okay, I'm probably clicking counter here, but I'm gonna think. Because surely you bring Trailblaze Scizor into me, right? It just makes too much sense. Scizor. Obviously, I live a hit. I don't know why I selected Choice Band. I know you can't see my calcs here. Geez, so Swampert. Getting rid of this thing would be fantastic. Trailblaze would take me down to Sash, and I would kill them with counter. And I think I'm just going to make that play. If they U-turn out into like Giratina, that's worst case. I get nothing and I break my Sash, but I'm just going to click counter. Okay. They Swords Dance. It's awkward. It's awkward. They can never get a Trailblaze boost. I don't want to click Roar here. If they have dual wing beat, I lose the game. Maybe. I can always go Kyogre, live a hit from this, and kill it. That's an option. Um, that's an option. They might think, oh, now they kill with Trailblaze now that they're +2, and they won't assume I'm Sash. Or maybe they're because like as long as they're not dual wing beat, I can spam counter. Worst case, they like would bullet punch me to break my Sash and then Trailblaze, and at that point, I'd pretty much be forced to go Pex and Haze and use my Pex on this, which is bad. I'm gonna click counter again, exactly, because I'm Sash. Okay, I'm happy with this. Scissor's dead, that's their ice resist. Obviously, this is a super free Wellspring. If they Trailblaze to kill me, fine, I'll click Freeze Dry. I'm in a good spot. I'm happy enough with this league. I'm happy with this. This is totally fine. Great Lakes. No, I don't need to say anything. I live near the Great Lakes, so I was gonna say something, but no. Okay. Obviously, it's freest of free Trailblaze kills. The safe way to play this is sack, go Iron Bundle, click Freeze Dry. Freeze Dry is always killing this. Let me double check. I don't know why it wouldn't. Yeah, it does 150% minimum. That's a super safe play. It's guaranteeing me damage on something. Hoopa could come in. I'm so tempted to click a U-turn with Bundle on the revenge kill. Because worst case, I go Pex. Other option is I go Pex right now. Into Wellspring. Because like people are so greedy with clicking Trailblaze. If they're Power Whip, ooh, Power Whip could 2 KO me. Actually, after leftovers, I pretty much always live. And then I could Terra Steel and save my sack. I'm probably not getting off rocks unless I get them up against Wheezing. I think I'm gonna go Toxapex here, because like my other option is I go Scarf Bundle. I'm very obviously Scarf, and I could just go Pex after that. I'm gonna click Roar in case they click Swords Dance here. If they do just Trailblaze, that's fine. I'm gonna click U-turn here because I'm thinking AV Hoopa. There's no way you let me click Freeze Dry, and nothing else really wants to take it. I'm clicking U-turn. I brought the Iron Bundle in so quickly. I'm so obviously Choice Scarf. I'm clicking U-turn. There's no way you give me this Ogerpon. Show me a Hoopa switch in. I know this U-turn won't kill. It'll do like 50%, but that's good damage. And at that point, I can like bring in Kyogre or something. Garatina comes in instead. Fine. Fine. I really wanted Hoopa to come in there. I really did. I'm thinking this is max defense. That's at 2%, but also this is an Iron Bundle we're talking about. Yeah, 2%. So let me open up a notepad here. You also can't see this, I know, but okay, I'm not mad at all with where this game state is right now. If I can get chip on this, and actually I think I'm just gonna click Specs Ice Beam with Kyogre here, but we'll see. Obviously, Ceaseless Edge would either they stay in and burn me, or they go Wheezing and like Rocky Helmet break my Sash, which kind of sucks. Yeah, Scarf. I need to be careful of the Scarf Hoopa late game for sure. But I do have max speed Quackle Ball, so I'm faster than it. Hoopa U. I'm just writing a notepad here. Wheezing G and Scizor. Okay, Garatina here is Fizz Def. Wellspring is unsurprisingly Trailblaze. Okay, I'm pretty happy just going to click Ice Beam here. I know it's probably going to do really sad damage into Hoopa, but that would reveal Choice Scarf. So if they're AV Hoopa, max HP, let's say, Kyogre's Ice Beam does 25, and then I would get another one off. I'm honestly fine with that damage. Okay, I'm clicking Ice Beam here. I just want to see how much Fizz Def Garatina is taking from it, because I don't remember. Okay, I would be 2 KOing, and I'm happy enough with that. If they're max speed, which they can't be because they didn't take enough. Yeah, I'm just going to click Ice Beam with Kyogre here. Damage on this, it really helps Quackle a lot. If Wellspring comes in here, I get damage on them, which makes clicking Ice Beam really free. Ice Beam would kill Wellspring, and Ice Beam does more damage to everything else, and it seems like Giratina is their switch into Iron Bundle. They are leftovers Giratina as well, I should write that down. I was expecting that, but good to know. That is a clean 2-hit KO. The Thunderbolt does nothing. I'm so happy with that turn. I am in range of Trailblaze from Ogerpon now, but I think that's okay. Yeah, I'm getting damage on everything. Okay, I'm always going Toxapex here. I really don't have another play. I'm just looking at it. How much does Sucker Punch do to this thing? They're probably going to have a little bit of bulk because they want to be faster than Palafin. And that's it. So my Ice Beam did 43% to this. That is peculiar. That is really peculiar. Specs Ice Beam to Wellspring did 43. This thing's like Spadef. That's not even just max HP. That's like a lot of Spadef. So their damage output's actually going to be really bad. So I'm pretty happy about going to Pex here. Yeah. They're Horn Leech. That's fine. I'm going to Terra. Do I need a Terra? I will. I'm going to Body Slam. And I'm very happy with going hard Kyogre on this Giratina now. Yeah, I'm going to click Body Slam. They go If this Paras, that would be fantastic. Okay, now we don't get the Para, but I'm going to go for it, I think. Flamethrower does a lot of damage to me, though. That's the problem. Because they can afford to be modest here. Flamethrower would not kill me. Assuming they bring Flamethrower. Toxapex. Do 60%. I'm going to go for another Body Slam. They do have Flamethrower, not surprising. They burn me, because why wouldn't they? That's really bad for me. Please, Para. Holy shit. It's awful. Okay, Kyogre, how much is Dynamax Cannon doing? I would live. Okay, I can go Kyogre. Please click Flamethrower again. I really need them to click Flamethrower again. If they click Dynamax Cannon here, it's awkward for me. That's totally fine. What? Okay, I don't know what that was. I don't know what. I'm totally fine with this. Ice Beam kills this, or it's a roll at least, yeah. Okay, Quaquaval really loves that. This Weezing, if I can get a little bit of chip, it's in a really good spot. Now, Hoopa, let me just check, like, if this thing doesn't get agility. I think it gets Calm Mind. I don't have another play, really. This is Terra. I'm assuming I just die to Terra Dark, right? It would have to be Scarf to be faster than me, though. And Scarf Thunderbolt does not kill me. Terra Dark knockoff, especially if their attack invested would. But if they're Choice Scarf, I think it's okay. My other options go Samurott, which would also reveal Scarf. This is a tough play. So yeah, they could be Calm Mind, which I could Encore with Samurott, which would be fantastic. If I can get, because if I go Samurott here, it really baits in Weezing, and if I can Hydro Pump that, that would be fantastic. And I can Swords Dance once out of Weezing too, because I'm Lumberry, and I'd be in a really fantastic position from there. Scarf Ice Beam can also start looking pretty good here. This is tough, because like if it's AV, Samurot's the play. If it's Scarf, I think staying in is the play. I think they'd bring Scarf into me. And that's why I'm going to stay in. Yeah. It's hard to say though, because actually if there's just Terra Dark, then I can't really revenge it very easily. I guess I'd just be forced to close combat, which baits in Weezing, which I don't want to do right now. With Quaquaval, that is. I'm gonna click Ice Beam. I think they're Terra. No, they're okay, they're AV. And they don't kill me because they're Terra Fairy. Okay. So they're AV. I'm gonna keep my Sash intact, which is nice. I don't really need Rain up. I mean, Rain, like, boost is nice to kill Wheezing, but that's kind of it. I'm gonna Thunder this, and then I'm hoping that puts it in range of Samurott, but it probably does not. It would definitely put it in range of Aqua Step, but then I have to click Aqua Step. Yeah, I'm clicking Thunder here. That crit's nice. A Para would be nicer. I don't get it. Okay, let's check this Hoopa stats, because Hoopa can be like anything. Let's just look at a standard old set. Okay, so my Kyogre did 20% with Thunder. Okay, that's... What the fuck? How did that do no damage? How did my Thunder do 20%? Oh, my specs are knocked off. I'm like, what? I did nothing. Okay, so that's like just max HP Assault Vest. Okay, so they're max HP. Samurott, there's no way is killing this with that Terra Dark. Yeah, Drain Punch would give them so much health back. Iron Bundle in the rain does not kill either. Which makes me kind of feel like I have to go Pex, but then they just Drain Punch. No, this is really bad. I'm pretty much forced to Aqua Step here, which would kill. Or the Terra Fairy, sorry. Okay, I could mid-ground triple axle, but no, I'm clicking Aqua Step. I have no other play. If they go Wellspring, I think that's okay. Yeah, this comes in. I need chip on this. If it's Helmet, it's okay. Can I win the game right now? If a Scarf Eternatus, it's okay. Because if they wisp me, I'm fine. Do I go for game now? Because I can also just win with Freeze Dry, and I still have my Sash intact too, which is great. It's gonna force a lot of damage on something. It's gonna force like Eternatus or Hoopa to become in range of Bundle, which is fantastic. Is now Wellspring. Let me check that set again because they had so much bulk on their Wellspring. Okay. If I Swords Dance on their Wisp, I think I win the game. And I think that's the play I'm going to make. First of all, let me check. Wheezing. Do I just die to Strange Steam? And what's their set? So it's Aqua Step in the rain. Yeah, they're Max Fizz Def. Yeah. So Strange Steam. I would die to the Helmet afterwards, most likely. Yes. Unless they just don't have that, which would be fantastic. I'm gonna Swords Dance here. And if they Wisp, as long as I hit my triple axles, I think I win. No, they do Strange Steam, which is too bad. So I am gonna die to Helmet here, which is too bad. But am I missing something? Oh, rain ended. That's why. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. The season. I don't want to seize. I don't want because I don't want to break my sub. I can Ice Beam. Ah, man. Maybe I did do that too soon. Was that like a... am I missing something? No, I'm not. It would have been like 27. Right, so that Aqua Step was just like a giga low roll, I think, right? Yeah, it was lower. Okay, if I Ice Beam, Hoopa comes in. Hoopa's gonna Drain Punch all of its health back. How do I prevent that? I don't. Might need to freeze Hoopa. Or get a T-Spike. No, because they're just gonna go Eternatus if I do that. God, this is tough. Because, I mean, they're gonna sack. Then they're gonna Hoopa, and I feel like I lose the game. I feel like I need a T-Spike up to beat this Hoopa. Or Spikes. Would I rather... Because, like, okay, this Hoopa is taking 20% from Ice Beam. It's hard to say. I can go Samurai and Hydro Pump kill. That doesn't break my sash. And then I Ceaseless Edge Wellspring coming in. Genuinely, yeah, I'm gonna make that play. Because if I go bundle, I Ice Beam, Hoopa comes in, Drain Punch. They get all their health back. They're out of range. I need to keep this Hoopa low, so I'm gonna click Hydro Pump so that I don't break my sash. And if I miss, I just lose the game. Holy shit. Okay. Okay, well now I'm just gonna try and, I mean, yeah, no, it's fine. I can encore that and try and get up my hazards. That's so bad for me. If I get 3 spikes up, I think I can win still. And I can't really switch into anything. It's not actually so bad because they didn't strange steam, but hitting that would have been better. Okay, this doesn't die to Sucker Punch though. I have to save this. Sack Pex. I'm gonna have to freeze. How much is this Wellspring gonna take? I don't think Wellspring's gonna die to Ice Beam. Yeah, it's not. And Freeze Dry's not doing enough damage. Oh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. I mean, I'm going Pex here. Yeah, I'm always going Pex here. They're thinking still, really. Man. I would have just been Surf. Would have had my sash intact. Would have killed something. Man. I mean, I'm going Pex. They don't have another play. Dynamax Cannon. How much did Flamethrower do to me? Killed me, right? Kills me from here. Did we not see that? I thought I could have sworn we saw Flamethrower clicked. Yeah, we did. How much did this Flamethrower do to me? Did 50.2. So if it didn't burn me, I would have lived here actually. Okay, they do that. That's fine. I can recover. Oh, they have defog, sure. Okay, Hydro Pump kills Wheezing. They're gonna Pain Split this turn. So I can go hard Samurott, click Hydro Pump. Yeah, Hydro Pump kills this. Or I could just Encore, which does the same thing. But if I seize this edge on E-turn coming in, it would be so good. I think I need to hope my opponent switches to E-turn here. I need to get this play right. That's what it is. If I Encore Pain Split, I get a Ceaseless Edge off. Or I just get a Ceaseless Edge off as they kill me, and I go Bundle and hope. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hope that they go E-turn here on my Encore. Please predict the Encore. Don't let me Encore. Yes! Yes! And I hit. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, I can click Ice Beam now. Okay, I'm clicking Sucker Punch. Yeah, I really hope they don't have Synthesis. No way you click Synthesis here. If they have Synthesis, they don't. Oh my god. This is not good for my heart. If they go E-turn, I can now... Yeah, they go into this Discharge Pump. Oh my god. I just need a bit of damage on this Hoopa. Hoopa's still too healthy. I think I still lose. Yeah, Hoopa comes in, and they just Drain Punch all their health back. I need to freeze it still. It's so close, but I don't think it's there. Yeah, they're Terra Fairy. Yeah, they're gonna heal like most of what I do to them. Yeah, so I'm gonna do maybe 25% here. If I crit, no, it's still the crit doesn't kill. Does it? No, crit doesn't kill. Um, Pecs, they're just gonna. It's so close, but it's not there, I don't think. If I Ceaseless Edge, I'm gonna need to freeze. Because Iron Bundle's Hydro Pump, which I can now click Hydro Pump to be fair. They're gonna be at like 40%. Yeah. I mean, no, I think I have to freeze. Or I can go here, Body Slam, try and para. Yeah, I could try and para and then pray for the para. Man. I mean, I'm gonna Ceaseless Edge and hope they click Thunderbolt, expecting literally nothing. The other play is I go Iron Bundle and they Drain Punch my bundle, which doesn't kill. Hope they don't have Thunderbolt, which I don't know why they wouldn't. That doesn't kill, and now I have 2 chances to freeze. So I'm gonna click Ceaseless Edge. I'd have no other play. I get 33. That's more damage than I was expecting. That's good. But yeah, they just healed too much back. Okay. Bundle doesn't kill this. No, I don't think. I think we came up just short. This AV Hoopa doesn't quite die to bundle. I'm gonna do 20 to 25%. I could go Pex, but they're just gonna Drain Punch all their health back. Pex would live 2. I could Body Slam. Hope for the para. If I got a para on these Eternatus, would this have been a different game? I don't know. Yeah, I think I just have to go for this Ice Beam Freeze. Shoot. Yeah, this AV Hoopa is just a bit too much. Bit too bulky. I don't think I could have ever got a T-Spike up though. Okay, so I go Hoopa, Body Slam, I hope for like 2 pairs in a row. No. Otherwise I go Bundle, U-turn for extra chip, hope they kill Pex without Drain Punching, which is never going to happen. Iron Bundle, Ice Beam is more likely, or Freeze is more likely than crit, so I'm going for Ice Beam. And that's my only play. If I freeze and they stay frozen, I win the game. If I don't freeze, I lose. Or if they Thunderbolt, maybe Pex can solo, but no, it can't. I just need this to freeze. There's no other click for them than Thunderbolt if they have it. If they Drain Punch, I have 2 chances to freeze. I froze quite a bit in Mox. Let's see if that plays out here too. Come on, Bundle. I really need this freeze. My only out. Unless they just click knock off and throw the game. Or, no, crit doesn't even kill. High roll crit could kill, actually. Crit! But I don't... No, it's not enough. But they Drain Punch. If I get another crit or I freeze. Please, 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 please. Nope. It's not enough. It's not enough. Yeah, I mean, I need this to pair up. No, it's just over. Oh my god, they got me. They got me. GG. Yeah, that's too bad. I get the pair there. Yeah, I was gonna need some RNG. I was gonna need some RNG. Man, that Hoopa was just a little too bulky. It was so close to winning that late game. Came up just short. Here goes Jamarcus losing another semifinals game. I mean, I was happy with this opening. Totally. Use the U-turn. I mean, if Hoopa came in there, it would be so good for me. I'm actually surprised Hoopa wasn't their initial switch-in. Maybe I ripped Quackleval too early. Like, I was super happy. I was feel like I was in a good spot for a lot of this game. This burn was, like, unfortunate. Did it really matter? Not really. Had I parried this, I would have been able to stay in with Samurott earlier and get another spike up. They would have been lower, which didn't really matter. This double was nice for me. Yeah, if I was Specs Bundle, it would have been fine. But I couldn't bring Specs there. They Terra Fairy. I get a crit here, so that crit actually mattered. Extra damage was nice for sure. Could I have, like, if I switched Samurott this turn, I would have been faster. Wouldn't have done any damage though. No. Like, had I parried here, maybe that would have been helpful, but then I would have taken my chance for a freeze. Like, maybe I just needed to actually win the game with Quackleval. Yeah, if I was just... I mean, they live the next hit anyway, so I guess it didn't matter. Right. Samurott comes in, Hydro Pump, this miss. I think this miss mattered, right? I mean, they come into Revenge Kill me with E-turn, probably. And maybe I keep my Sash. Yeah, I think I would have sacked Pex then. Keep my Sash. I mean, yeah, the miss... Would I have won the game if I hit that? Maybe. I mean, I kill this, I keep my Sash. I what? So they probably had Terra Blast last, I'm guessing. Or maybe Thunderbolt, I don't know. Yeah, I hit my Hydro Pump. They go... I mean, if they went Wellspring to Revenge Kill me and clicked Horn Leech, and I Ceaseless Edge, then that's, like, fantastic for me, right? Yeah, Encore there, that was the right play. I Ceaseless Edge on E-turn coming in. If they would have Revenge Killed me with Wellspring, it would have been a good spot. I go Pex, Dynamax Cannon. And they didn't Flamethrower kills me here. I'm so surprised they didn't make that play. I mean, maybe it's a roll and they didn't want to risk it. And I get a Recover off here. I go Samurott on Pain Split. That was the right play. I feel like I just played this so well, but it was still just not enough. And maybe that's just a sign of the team I have. But I feel like I've made all the right plays. I just didn't quite get there. I mean, and it's a bad matchup, right? Ceaseless Edge, Sucker, this was fantastic. I just felt like everything was going well, but it wasn't enough. Weezing comes in. They would Levitate. Hydro Pump a hit, I kill. Like, it was so good. Everything was so good. I Ceaseless Edge does more than I expect. If I had Razor Shell, I would have won the game. But I couldn't bring Razor Shell into Weezing. I thought I needed to pump, and I did. There, right there, I needed it. But if I had Razor Shell, I would have been fine. Or if they were just Terra Ground, I would have. I mean, you're never bring Terra Ground into me. And yeah, Drain Punch just saved him. And then I got a crit here, which means they had more SPDF than I was expecting. Because crit Ice Beam. Actually, no, that's about expected. My crit Ice Beam just to max HP, 31 to 37. So they had a little more SPDF. Yeah. Or they could have even been max SPDF. Drain Punch. Man, I gotta stop doing these live comms. I keep losing. I don't think I've won a single live comm ever. I keep doing them for playoffs and keep losing. Yeah, probably not gonna do live comms for the next two semifinals games coming up this weekend. Ice Beam, crit, doesn't do enough. Ice Beam, again, doesn't freeze, and then yeah, that's that. Yeah, I don't think getting a para on Eternatus would have helped at all. I think the Hydro Pump miss hurt, but if I was just Razor Shell. But I needed all of my moves. Like, I had already clicked all of my 4 moves, and I needed all 4 of my moves. Tough to say. I think I brought the right team. Swampert, you know what, it worked out. Rocks would have been defogged anyways. I would never getting those up. It was smart of my opponent to not go into Hoopa on my U-turn, like in the first couple turns. Yeah, right here. If they went Hoopa there here, they lost the game. That's too bad. But you know what? Mono Water did pretty good. Made it to semis. Um, Kyogre's too good. Don't allow it, maneuvers. So is Terra Hoopa, given this is like low tier Terra. I don't know why this guy was allowed, but there are other more concerning Terra captains as well. It's too bad because this was my worst matchup. If I win this game, I think finals, I actually have a pretty solid chance. It would have been between Peter, who would have been someone I've played before a few times, and I think I have a pretty good matchup in their team. They have a Vaporeon, but that's about it. And a Giratina Origin, but I think it's a much better matchup than this. Or it could have been a rematch against the Lugia team, which I beat week 2. Too bad. I don't know how much the Hydro Pump Miss really mattered. It would have been in a better spot. Would it mean I got more damage on this Hoopa? I don't know. And yeah, Specs Bundle would have won me the game there, assuming I crit again. But I just could not bring Specs Bundle into the Soaker Pun. Maybe if I brought Blizzard, then it would have killed, but I'm not bringing Blizzard. My only thing is like, thing that I maybe did wrong, I'm talking a lot here, was maybe I could have saved Quaquaval for later. What did let me remind myself when I brought that in. Yeah, so Hoopa kills Kyogre. And yeah, I had nothing else to kill. Nothing on my team kills this Hoopa here. I have to go into Quaquaval. Maybe I double? Maybe I Swords Dance. Actually, yeah, man. No, definitely. Right? I mean, it's a bit of a hard call to make. But I Swords Dance here. No, I wouldn't have 2-KO'd anyways. Because look, after my Swords Dance, this next turn, my Aqua Step does like 48% or something. 49, yeah. So even if I Swords Dance, I would have had to get... That was a lower roll, so it would have been rolls. But I still would have taken a Strange Team and still would have taken 2 helmets, so it didn't actually make a difference. No, Swords Dance would not have done anything there. Unless they weren't helmet. Or if I was Roselli Berry, I would have won the game. But I really thought I needed Lumberry for this Giratina. Hydro Pump Miss, of course, yeah. I think I played good. I think I made some good calls, especially with Samurott. I think I played Samurott really well. But, you know, the matchup was bad. I don't think there was too much more I could have done. Came up short, but not bad for Mono Water. Never supposed to do that good. GG's Demisar, you got the better of me. I know we'll be playing again at some point, probably in Master Ball next season in SPDA. And thank you, Kioma and Harvey, for hosting. It was a great time. I don't know if I'll join Ubers again. I don't think it's my cup of tea. I like standard old Paldex. I like winning. Although it's been a while, so maybe in these standard old Paldex leagues I'm in, I can actually win on the weekend here for 2 semifinals games. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching my Ubers journey. Sorry I couldn't win, but I think I did pretty good for Mono Water. I like the team. Let's look at the team real quick. There's the team. Lantern and Lumineon never showed up. It was pretty much a top 7 carry. Surskit showed up 1 week and didn't even set up webs. I don't think Surskit would have worked out here. I didn't lose the game because I was slower than everything. I lost the game because I couldn't do enough damage to Hoopa. I wonder if saving Kyogre was the play, because they were AV, right? And had I gone Samurott there, I mean, I wouldn't have done much damage anyways. Because it would Terra Fairy. Yeah, I don't know I could have done much else. If I would have had a poison move on Pex instead of T-Spikes, if I had Poison Jab, I would have actually been able to do pretty good damage. And then that would have changed my course of action in the late game. where instead of going bundle and hoping for the freeze, I would have gone Toxapex and hope for the poison, which is a lot more likely and I have more chances. And it would have also just been good damage anyways. I think it would have out-damaged Drain Punch recovery. And at that point, they would have had to switch out. There were 2 layers of spikes up, so they would have come back around spikes and died to Ice Beam. So yeah, I think if there's a building mistake, it's probably bringing T-Spikes. I really thought T-Spikes was going to be good, I just couldn't find a time to get them up this game. Had I had Poison Jab, um, which in hindsight, like maybe that Poison Jab is good for Ogerpon as well. Probably was the right bring. So I probably could have done that. Um, but it's alright. I guess I should end it now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.